Hello, good day. Good day. Good day, all. Gonna see if YouTube's gonna give out any notifications of this. I can't tell you the amount of things that have stood in my way to prevent me from making this video. Good morning, Crazy Bee with an E. Yay, Michael. Jean. Morning. Okay, awesome. Can you hear me and see me okay? Because what I'm about to share is very important. Good morning, Kalana. Sounds good. Okay, beautiful. Great. Right, I'm going to get started because I've got a lot to cover this morning and not a huge amount of time to do it. So, Lebanon, yay! Okay, guys, so if you've been watching anything that I've put out recently, you may or may not have seen a video talking about past versions of ourselves that are coming forward to show us where we have left ourselves in trauma somewhere, okay? Now, I'll explain this a little bit more. We're in this energy of this portal opening for the Lion's Gate, okay? And every year, and just before I go any further, this is just my experience and this is my perspective. If this doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. I'm not telling anybody what to do or to believe, or this channel is just about my journey, what I'm experiencing and the energetics that are happening, okay? So you can watch, you can not watch, you can listen, you can resonate, you can not resonate. But this is what's coming up for me, and this is what I feel is of utmost importance for the collective, because welcome anybody who's watching this who hasn't been to this channel before. My name is Joanne, and this is Journey. This isn't Journey. This is Ascension Evolution. And I tune into the energies of everything. So I'm very aware of the energetics of everything. And I share that here because I know that during very, very important passageways, like just now, this Lion's Gate, which is the 8/8 portal, which is the 8th of August, but there's also a new moon tomorrow, which feels massive. It's like a massive, if we can find this part of ourselves today and heal it and bring it back, we can step through into this new moon energy and be able to do a very important work on the Lion's Gate, okay? I'm going to try and keep this as structured as I possibly can because there's a lot going on right now. So over the past few weeks, there may have been an element of you. Now, this is multidimensional, okay? So when we go through this life, when we experience trauma, we can leave part of ourselves continuing to experience that trauma. And we can leave that part of ourselves in that time-space continuum so that we can continue on, okay? So that we can actually continue to still embody a physical body. Sometimes the pain is too much that we have to leave this part of ourselves where the trauma occurred so that we can continue on. And what I'm observing is happening is this version of us that we have left in trauma is coming into the suit because we've left it behind. And now is a time for us to be able to reclaim that version of us, to integrate it. What that means is bring it into our heart, to love it, to understand why that happened, to forgive ourselves, to forgive the other person, to understand that these versions of us aren't who we are now. Michael says, I'm speaking about fractals. It's like a fractal of your fractal, Michael. So yeah. So what I am witnessing is versions of these people from whenever that trauma happened. It could be 20, 30 years ago. It could be 2 years ago. It could be 2 months ago. Whenever this, and it's very specific trauma, okay? And I'll get into that in a second. Whenever this trauma happened, and it wants us to bring it back into this timeline to heal it so we don't have to cycle and do that. Like, we've learned our lesson, and we don't have to repeat the cycle of what this version of ourselves does. Am I making sense so far? Please let me know. Let me know if you're with me so far. So there may have been times over the past couple of weeks, sometimes I experience things before other people so that I can make people aware of what's happening, okay? So there may have been times where you have, for one reason or another, maybe no particular reason, maybe a big reason, been out of balance, been out of alignment, been triggered, okay? And this is a version of you from the past, even though time doesn't exist, okay? This is a version of you from the past that's saying, please, please, please don't leave me behind. Please heal me. Please love me. Please bring me back into this practicality so that you can, so that we can integrate this back into the suit. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, making sense. Okay, great. So as I've tuned into what this is, there is this, it's all to do with the sacral chakra. Okay? It's all to do with healing the sacral chakra. And I'm talking about this as a collective. Because what happens is when we do this healing together, we do it for all. All. So these energies that were coming in when the sun was kicking off and the Schumann's kicking off, and we're at KP5, we're at KP6, we've got all these energies, they're actually supporting us. A lot of people thought they were under attack. It's not for me to judge, right? But that wasn't what I felt. I felt that it was us stepping forward within this trauma so that we can heal it. And we can heal it for all. So what I'm feeling is all to do with the sacral chakra. Okay. Now, there's a very important meditation journey that I'm doing in Patreon on the 8th of the 8th in Lionsgate. Now, people are going to say, but why are you just doing it in Patreon? The reason I'm doing it in Patreon is because it is very sacred work. And the sacred work isn't for anybody who can access this to access it. Okay? It's not for anybody's access. It's for people to access that are doing the work. Okay? It's not that I'm withholding it from anybody. It's nothing like that. It's just about this is because it has to be held in a safe space, particularly this work we're doing on the 8th of the 8th. And this work that we're doing on the 8th of the 8th is a culmination of everything that's been coming up. And it's all to do with this sacral chakra. Okay. So I've wrote down a few things here with regards to the sacral chakra so I don't forget anything. Okay. Now, what is coming in to be done on Lionsgate? And you can do this by yourself. You don't have to be in part of a group. If you're not on Patreon, you're not on Patreon. I won't do it here. Okay. Because it's not safe. It's not safe for everybody to be done in this space. Patreon's a safe space. Okay. The work that we're doing is we are going to be reclaiming the power of the divine goddess in the sacral chakra. Now, when I talk about the sacral chakra and the divine feminine, we all have this element within us. Okay, so I'm not just talking about the women here. Any men that are here have had past lives as women, guarantee it. Okay. The work that is being done is the abuse of the divine feminine with regards to sexuality. The suppression of the divine feminine with regards to sexuality. Anyone who has ever had any kind of sexual abuse. Okay. We are going to be healing guilt and shame with regards to sexuality, with regards to decisions that we have made through all space and time with our sexual energy. How that has been misused. And it's massive. Because the divine feminine has been a pawn in the feeding of a patriarchal society and has been suppressed. And what it's bringing up for people is that suppression, the oppression. And it's time now that we own our goddess power, that we own our sexual energy. We own it. We don't give it away. We don't allow it to be taken. The amount of women who are overweight because something has happened to them sexually, they maybe don't even want to look at. They don't want to be attractive. They don't want somebody to see them as a sexual object. The amount of people that are in sexless marriages, the amount of people, everybody that has had any kind of sexual encounter, I would say has had some form of, they've either done it and they haven't wanted to, or they've been uncomfortable, or they couldn't say no, or they have felt that it is something they have to do because of society, all this stuff. And it doesn't just relate to women, it also relates to men. It relates to how men are geared up to defile a goddess. Now, this isn't about judgment, but all we need to do is look at porn to see how that is portrayed. People can make their own choices here. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just talking about the energetics that are coming up here. A survey done on 11-year-old children, shows that they had some kind of introduction to porn. And we wonder why people have porn addictions. People don't want to talk about this stuff. People don't want to look at it. Why? Why? The divine feminine cannot rise without us addressing this. The divine feminine and divine masculine cannot be in balance without us addressing this, without us looking at this through all our experiences, through all space, time, and dimension. So, let's talk about the sacral chakra. And I want you to, well, so Michael's saying taps into sexual energy. So yes, the other side steal it. They steal it. Steal that. The orgasm is such a powerful release of energy that it should actually be used for manifesting. So whatever thought or whatever, our words or thoughts or actions are happening at that time is where that will go, is what you're manifesting in your life. Some people can't have orgasms without watching porn. Fact. It's not really what our sexual energy is about. People are dropping out of here because they don't want to hear it, and that's okay. This is why this is done in a safe space in Patreon, because not everybody can do this work. Not everybody's ready, and that's okay. But for those of you who are ready to do this work, I'm putting this call out because it's just time to get this over and done with. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the sacral chakra. I want you to look at what has been coming up for you over, I'm going a little bit orange, so sacral energy coming in. I want you to look at what's been coming up for you over the past, 3-4 weeks. Okay. So when the sacral chakra is balanced, okay, you're going to be emotionally intelligent. You're going to be able to experience pleasure and have no guilt or shame feelings about that. Okay, you're just going to be able to experience it and enjoy it. The sacral chakra also relates to the ability to change. So the ability to change comfortably without feeling uncomfortable. Okay. A balanced sacral chakra will allow you to have healthy boundaries. And a balanced sacral chakra will allow you to nurture yourself and others. Okay. A balanced sacral chakra is also going to allow you to be comfortable within your sexual experiences, within your sexuality, etc., etc. Okay. Now, when the sacral chakra is unbalanced, there can be commitment issues, and people can be prone to manipulation, guilt, shame. Who here doesn't have any guilt or shame with regards to anything they've done sexually? I bet you if you were to look at that, there would be some guilt or some shame with regards to some choice that you made with your body and your sexual energy. Okay. Abuse and betrayal. Okay. Causes of this sacral chakra to become underactive, overactive, unbalanced, blocked. Forced religion. Now, I want you to think about what's been happening in the world also, and look at the bigger picture here. Because we're doing this for everyone, not just ourselves. Okay? Okay? Forced religion. Okay? Causes. Listen to this. Forced religion. Spiritual abuse. Blind obedience. Sexual abuse. Secrets. And the fear of judgment or being found out. When someone has an underactive sacral chakra, they can experience antisocial behavior. They can be overly skeptical. They can have follower tendencies. They can belittle themselves, put themselves down. They can be rigid in their body, hold themselves really rigidly, have a fear of sex, have a lack of passion, deny themselves pleasure. On the other hand, if somebody's sacral chakra is overactive, they can display selfish behavior. They seek power and control. They can be overly proud, be very arrogant. And when the sacral chakra is experiencing this, you can be prone to addiction. excessive emotions, poor boundaries. So if your sacral chakra isn't balanced, addiction, okay, any kind of addiction, excessive emotions. So feeling overly angry, overly sad, overly emotional, poor boundaries, not being able to say no, not being able to say no right now, not being able to put boundaries in place, healthy ones for yourself, for your family, for your friends, whatever that is. You can be very, very sensitive. So thinking that, that kind of victimhood of, oh, this is that, just being sensitive to everything. Emotional dependence also. So the physical issues, so a lot of people have been experiencing a lot of physicalities with these solar flares and stuff coming in. Let's see. Lower back pain. Stomach issues. Okay. This is also kind of toileting issues. So it could be constipation. It could be diarrhea. And that will show you where you are. So if you're holding on to things, you're going to be constipated. If you're just letting go of too much, it's going to be the other way. Okay. Reproductive issues, issues within the menstrual cycle for women. So, I'm going to say that from what I've said here, almost everyone can relate to something here, because I know it's coming up for everyone, because it's coming up collectively. Collective clearing. Okay. And the beautiful thing is that when we do this work together, okay, so in Patreon, we're going to be doing this work with our family in Patreon, okay? You don't have to be in Patreon. You can just be aware of this work and you can do this work yourself, okay? When we do this work as a collective, we do it for the all. And the more people that can recognize this, we might have this traumatized version of us that has been the perpetrator. We might have been the abuser. We might have been the abused. Okay. It's about taking responsibility for that and understanding that isn't who you are anymore. Knowing that you don't have to carry that guilt, that shame, that fear with you anymore. Loving that version of you, loving and forgiving the versions of others, and bringing it back in and integrating it. Some affirmations for the sacral chakra, okay? I attract people to me who treat me with respect. I am safe to enjoy pleasure in all areas of my life. My emotions are free-flowing and balanced. I am a creative being. It is my birthright to receive pleasure. I honor the sacred body in which my soul resides. I welcome sensuality into my life. My intuitive senses are awakened. I embrace my vibrant sensuality. Creating art nourishes my soul and brings me joy, because the sacral chakra is also related to creativity. I am comfortable in my body and I treat it with care. Sex is a sacred connection. A lot of I am safes a lot of I am safes, okay? I am safe to feel this. I'm safe to be in my sacral chakra. I'm safe to express myself sexually. I'm safe to be a sexual being. I'm safe to be creative. I'm safe. Okay. So this is all the stuff that's coming up right now. Some of you might know that I sometimes I'm given some extra energies to work with regards to the work that's being done. So very recently it was a teal ray. This morning I have been giving the tangerine ray. Okay, it's tangerine, just orange, it's tangerine. Okay. So what I'm going to do, if you feel called, is we're going to call in this tangerine ray, which activates it within you. Okay. And this is probably why, I don't know if anybody else can see this, but I'm changing colors. Changing colors as I speak. You can see this kind of tangerine ray working through me. Ginger ninja. See, it's all, I didn't even do this on purpose. It's all, everything is this color. I'm even drinking out of a mug. I'm even drinking out of a mug. It's got this color on it. Okay. Let me just read the comments, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to, I'll take a note at the time actually, and I'll put this activation in because I want everybody who's going to be doing this work in Patreon to have this activated within them, because we're going to be working with this, and we're going to be working with Lyra. And it's the first meditation we're going to be doing with the collective consciousness of Lyra and my collective consciousness series. And what this does is it basically goes direct to the original creator of our soul and gives us a direct connection to whatever the consciousness is that wants to step forward and help us. And the Lyrans are doing this, and it's no, it's no, when I went to collect this part of myself recently, my Lyran stepped in and I didn't put two and two together. And last night I watched the film Contact, and it was the Lyran star system. This is all coming in to help and support. If it's supporting me, it can help support you. If it feels good for you and it's resonant with you, okay, don't do this if you're like, oh no, I'm not sure and I don't like it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't come near it. Just turn off, walk away. Okay. However, what I am going to do is, particularly for people within my Patreon community that are going to be doing this work on the 8th of the 8th, is do an activation to work with this tangerine ray. Okay, so I'm going to connect in. I'm connecting direct to the original creator of my soul, of your soul, of our souls, the original divine source creator. Okay, straight up. And then I'm going to pull in the coding for this and pull it down. And then you, if you wish to tap into that, can also do that, because we are one. Okay. So what does this tangerine ray do? This tangerine ray is going to help balance, clear, restore the sacral chakra. Okay. It's going to help balance out all these things that we've just spoke about. So whether it's overactive, underactive, whether it's blocked, this ray is going to come in and start working with the sacral chakra to bring it to balance. Okay. What you can also do with this ray is, if you are sitting in a place of trauma with regards to any kind of sexual trauma, any kind of sexual abuse, you can use this ray to help you. Okay. And anything that we've just spoke about with regards to the sacral chakra, the tangerine ray is going to help clear, balance, restore. Okay. I'm going to have a quick look. I've seen a few people come in I want to say hello to just prior to stepping into this. If anybody's got any questions about this, pop it here for me and I'll quickly answer them for you. Who haven't I said? Stephanie, hello. Seven Raven Wolf. Donna, Beverly, Linda, Jessica. Hello, Sam. Hello, you. Linda, Susan by the creek. Are you by the creek just now? It sounds lovely. Katie. Mark. People are seeing a lot of trauma coming up. Yeah. Andrea, hello. Sunny Queensland. Mara Moonflower, hello. Mark Limford, hello. Victoria in the house. Dobsy D, lovely to see you here. Hi, Leanne. Neo's in the house. Hello, you. Yeah, Katie Taylor said her and her husband have been working this through the bath year, both been abused in the past. I think that everybody has had some form of this abuse in one way or another. You know, when we're looking back at our choices that we made, there's something there, you know. If not in this lifetime, another one. Elizabeth Rodriguez. Elizabeth, are you related to our friend Stacey? Julie Walsh, hello. Kathy, hi. It's hit me yesterday in my life review, the truth of the horror that was not anymore. Yeah, it's coming up for everyone. The beautiful thing is that we're doing this all together. You know, we're doing this all together. Bobo Champ, hello you. Julie Walsh is like a 90s mood ring. Yeah, that's me. Hello, Divine Nation. Captain Lightmare in the house. Lovely to have you here, beautiful. I love you. April, hello. Nancy, hello. Can we do this through meditation, just being open to the healing? The healing, let me think what you're trying to ask me here, Susan by the Creek. Can we do this through meditation, just being open to the healing with regards to tangerine ray, or just yourself? Or I'm not quite sure how to answer that. Sorry, can you give me a little bit more information how to answer that, please? The work we're going to be doing in Patreon is we're going to be reclaiming our power in our sacral chakra, connecting to our inner goddess and reclaiming that power so it's not going away anymore. That's the work that we'll be doing within the Patreon group on the 8th of the 8th. That's what the lead-ins are coming in to support us with. The work that you can be doing just now prior to this new moon is collecting any trauma pieces, using the tangerine ray to do that. Loving, forgiving, accepting, all the stuff that I've just spoke about. Hello, evolving spiritual Sylvia, Jenny Jean, Razzle, good morning. Georgie, hello, it's lovely having you. Can we heal the chakra just through meditation? I suppose that's a very kind of loaded question. Yes, if that's your belief system, but that isn't how it worked for me. Because it's layered. It's layered. Layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. So it's almost like as we go in, I think what you would find is if you were doing this through meditation, you would find something came up that you had to heal. I had to look at it. I couldn't run away from it. I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't get somebody else to do it. I had to look at it. And I had to collect that myself. But I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. What I believe is as we start doing work on these, whether it's via vibration, okay, whether it's via music, whether it's via bringing in the tangerine ray, whether it's via meditation and visualization, however you do this work, I believe that what happens is it comes up in our physical world or within our suit or whatever it is, we're shown it so that we can heal it. We're shown it so we can heal it. What mine was something I didn't even know had happened to me. I'd completely blocked it out. Didn't even know it existed until it popped right up in front of my face. I hope that answers your question. I have a formula that may help some with unblocking their chakras. Neil, I love you. I trust you. I honor you, brother. But because I don't know what that is, I can't share that for you just now because I'm not tapped into it. But if that's something you want to share on your channel, then I can certainly direct people over to Beautiful Neil Starseed's channel if that's something that you're going to share there. Captain Lightmare, this is Holly. It's so important, Sonid, a friend of mine were recently discussing how many men have been abused and do not talk about it. Yeah, so this isn't just the abuse of the feminine. It's about ideology. Is there ever a lie where I go by where I can't pronounce a word? Ideologies. Awesome, Neil. Ideologies, that's a word that I was looking for. Ideologies of perhaps what sexuality should look like for a man, what it is they should do. You know, it's all of this. It's all of this work, okay? It's really, really important. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and pull down this tangerine ray, and you can take this into your sacral chakra if it feels right for you, if it resonates with you. You don't have to do this just now. You can come back to this. But it's basically like an activation of this tangerine ray directly from the original creator of your soul, divine source creator. It isn't tampered with, and the intention is solely to balance, align, clear, heal this sacral chakra. Okay. So the time is 37. Okay, so anybody who wants to do this now, feel free. Anybody who wants to come back to this later, anybody who do you, okay? So just bear with me while I connect in. Okay. So what I'm doing is, obviously I've done my grounding, my protection, my all that stuff I do. Clearing, all that. So I'm just connecting up into the original creator of my soul, the way that I do it. And I'm asking for the tangerine ray to be activated to help clear, align, balance, remove trauma, remove shame, remove guilt. Allow the power of the divine feminine to come back in, allowing us to reclaim the energy of the sacral chakra. Okay, so I feel this now just coming. Gonna have to put my hands out, guys. I feel this now coming just down through the top of my head. Okay, so all you need to do to receive this energy, if you choose to, is just say that you're open to receive. So I am open to receive the tangerine ray from the original creator of my soul, divine source creator, to assist in aligning, clearing, balancing my sacral chakra, healing shame, guilt, allowing the activation of my creativity, I'm reclaiming the power of my divine goddess energy, reclaiming my power now. You might feel that energy is coming in through your head, down through like a tube of energy, down through this beautiful tangerine colored energy. It's all sparkly. Coming down through the heart, down into the sacral. It's clicking into the base. But it's just coming down through all into the sacral. Lighting it up. There's also golden energy within this. So there's golden energy also coming in. Unconditional love also coming in with this ray. And it's lighting the sacral chakra up to this tangerine color. It's aligning, it's clearing, it's balancing the energy here. You might feel this energy now in your lower back, alleviating any issues there in the physical, in the stomach now, alleviating any issues in the stomach, into the reproductive organs now, alleviating, healing, clearing this beautiful tangerine golden ray, just filling up these areas now. Once this energy has done its job, it just disperses. So we thank the original creator of our soul for helping us in our journey, allowing us to heal, allowing us to activate this sacred, divine, feminine goddess energy, this divine sacral sexual energy, reclaiming it. You find that you can work with this ray to dissolve any cords in this area. So what I'm being shown is for every sexual partner that you've had, if you haven't removed cords, they are all still there. So you can work with this energy to remove and dissolve these cords to all or any sexual partners that you've had. And the golden energy mixed with that tangerine ray just allows unconditional love there, but allows you to reclaim your energy in this area without any other pulls on it. I'm also being shown, if anybody's been watching porn or giving away their sexual energy that way, you also have cords to the people that you have been watching. So it can also dissolve them. You're still giving away your sexual energy to anybody that you have cords with within this area. So this energy can help dissolve them. So you can reclaim your power. And so it is. Okay. So that's the tangerine. Very powerful. A lot of blockages being cleared there. Okay, so there we are. There we have it. I, set the intention for this, for anybody who's called to do this work, for anybody who's healing this, for anybody who's trauma, to be drawn to this video, for it to help you and aid you, and assist you in doing this work for yourself and for the collective. And so is. Okay, beautiful people. This wasn't something that I kind of planned in my work schedule today. So I am, as much as I love being here with you all, and it is time for me to pop along. So if you are thinking about joining our Patreon community and doing this work, don't join until the 1st of August, because that if you join now, payment will be taken now, and then it will be taken on the 1st of August. It's £11, 11 British pounds. Within Patreon next month, we're also going to be doing our monthly topic that we do, our family meetings on Zoom, cards for the month, and a Q&A along with this really important work that we're going to be doing together as a collective. But if you're not one of our beautiful family and collective within there, I suggest that it's probably best that you join on the 1st of August, so that you're not charged twice, unless you want to join us for our Q&A, which is tomorrow at 1 p.m, where we all meet in Zoom. It's one of my favorite times that we go in and we just share. It's a beautiful space. Anyway, it's lovely to have you all here. Thank you all for sharing the space. You are all so beautiful and loved and divine. And thank you for being here. And thank you for doing the work. If you can't comment, it's because you're not subscribed to the channel. And I like to keep this a nice, safe space for us all. So it's beautiful to have you all here. Thank you. You're all just so beautiful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting yourself. Thank you for supporting the collective. It's very beautiful. Beautiful time to be alive. And I think that's it. I don't think anything else to say. I don't know anything else to say. Sister Leanne. Oh, hi, Eileen. Nancy, it's okay to pass wind when working with a tangerine. Absolutely, because it's working in your stomach, isn't it? So it's working all them areas. So when we clear things, we can clear things from our physical body. So yes, fart away, Nancy. It's all good. We're all friends here. Have a day of heaven and earth. Beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you all for doing the work. Just be aware that this, clear. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, people. New moon is coming in hot tomorrow, I think. I'm sure it is. Yes, it is. Thursday, the 28th. New moon coming in hot. So if there are pieces of you to collect, you're doing this healing, if we can do it today, prior to walking through this new moon, because it's really like this integration. It's almost like this new higher frequency version of ourselves is waiting for us to step into, so that we have even more power to step into Lionsgate to reclaim even more. Okay, so it's beautiful time to be alive. Everybody does poop. Yes, I do. You're awesome. I love you. I'm going to go now. Thank you for being here.